Oh yeah, I got a message to all my haters out there. Picture me rolling, baby. Ear to ear, baby. I'm still killing the game.
Stack it up, stack it up, stack it up. I keep a hammer, ain't talking about shooting. I'm out here building, I keep me a tool. When I say brick, ain't got nothing to do with hoping. Building the body up, that's what we doing. We here forever until they come get us. I'm building faith up from summer to winter. You pick the season, it really don't matter, cause all of them mine. I know I'm a winner. Car full of bricks, I ain't talking about work. Might get to work in that word in your spirit. Stomping on serpents, I'm feeling like Kirk. Foundation firm, boy, this ain't for appearance. I built my house on a rock. They build their house on the sand. Might bring a flood to your city. Hope what you building gon' last. Cause we going brick for brick. Yeah. We going brick for brick. Okay. We going brick for brick. Yeah. We going brick for brick. Let go. Stack it up, stack it up, stack it up. Stack it up, stack it up, stack it up. Stack it up, stack it up, stack it up. Stack it up, stack it up, stack it up. Stack it up, stack it up, stack it up. Stack it up, stack it up, stack it up. Stack it up, stack it up.
With HD Rhodes, and I just got done doing a live recording with the one, the only Jonathan Moreno, and I'm telling you, I cannot wait to go ahead and to get the 10th episode out, as we literally had an opportunity to follow up with the one and only Jonathan Moreno.
Guys, super excited. I'm downstairs in the lab. I'm turning my computer on, getting ready for this amazing.
I am live on the Voice over Internet Protocol with the one, the only Jonathan Moreno, and we're getting ready to knock out Give Me Freedom episode.
Stack it up, stack it up, stack it up. Stack it up, stack it up, stack it up. Stack it up, stack it up, stack it up.
Down real quick, guys, but you know what time it is. So I'm just waiting right now. I'm all set up. I'm here down in the lab, waiting for HD to shoot me the link so we can go ahead and jump on this live podcast / radio station. As you know, he does his interviews from British Columbia radio station in Canada. I'm waiting to get plugged in. I'm going to drop some nuggets. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Of course, you see the green screen behind me, so I'm going to put the Blessed Be On Money royalty movement back there.
Hey, what's going on, Facebook? This is the Big Mouth from the Deep South, HD Rhodes. Book. And guess what? I got a surprise. Live and direct. We got coming on the Gospel Music Weekly. I am right now literally on the phone. I am live on the Voice over Internet Protocol with the one, the only Jonathan Moreno, and we're getting ready to knock out Give Me Freedom episode 10, baby. Count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, for those who don't speak Spanish, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. HD Rhodes is gonna bring it to you in all 3 languages. What do you need to know? I'm back. Y'all thought you could hold a good man down. I thought you know. Man, I gotta tell you a story before we get started. Man, there was a championship horse, and he had been winning over and over again, the Kentucky Derby, and they thought he was too old. They said, man, we gotta go ahead and bury him. They said, we gotta bury him. And so guess what happened? They went ahead, they got their shovels, and they went ahead and dug it. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8, not 9, not 10 feet deep. And then they went ahead and started lowering that championship horse all the way down. But you know what? Something fascinating happened as they went ahead and started throwing dirt. And some people were like, man, it was good while it lasted. As they started throwing dirt, they started trying to bury that championship horse. And at 50 years old, HD said, look, every time they started throwing that dirt, I started shaking my shoulders and stomping my feet. I started shaking my shoulders and stomping my feet. I started shaking my shoulders and stomping my feet, because you gotta understand, you can't keep a good man down. And I'm back, baby. We're back. And guess what? Now that we're back, we're about to shine a light so bright so that you guys can be able to see at night. I'm bringing you the one and only. I'm talking about the #1 entrepreneurs, the #1 pastors, the #1 singers, the #1 artists, the #1 politicians, whoever you know out there who is a winner in every industry. Baby, you tell them to hit up HD Rhodes and Give Me Freedom. You tell them you want them to be on the #1 show on the internet, because Because guess what? Today, I got a serial entrepreneur. He's coming straight from the East Coast. You go, HD, you mean J Money? I said the one and only J Money. Man, you guys got to hear his story 4 months ago.
Coming live and direct from the studio of Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. We're about to give you guys a treat. We're about to introduce to you the one, the only, Jonathan Moreno, coming all the way out from Massachusetts. I'm talking about he's got not one, not two, not three, not four, not five. We're talking about he's a serial entrepreneur. And if you're checking into this podcast today, you're going to find out what it takes to be successful. How to go from the tip bottom all the way to the titty top. So go on and wait here. I'm about to go ahead and put Jonathan on here.
The world but losing my soul, went up in the game. I called the Jehovah to give me a sign. It's every night.
Are you on the camera? Yep.
2024, summertime. It's a hot one. What boy, flame a demon with that heat like it's hot one. Whoa, they don't want to smoke with me. They don't want to I do it.
The one, the only, Jonathan Moreno. What's going on, boss?
What's going on, my brother, man? How we doing? I saw you was live. I had to jump on.
Oh, man, it is a pleasure. It is a pleasure. Man, I want to go ahead and introduce to the world, y'all are literally have an opportunity. Right now, you're live with a gentleman who's literally about to show you how to go from zero to making over $100,000 a month. Over the next 6 months. He's a serial entrepreneur. This ain't his first rodeo. Man, without further ado, let me introduce you, the one, the only, Jonathan Moreno.
Let's go. HD, thank you. Listen, I appreciate you inviting me on your live, with much due respect. You and my boy Roman, one of my favorite vibers. But I got a quick question. Can you see yourself? Because I can't see you on the screen, but it's okay, because I like looking at myself.
Hey, you know what? I see both of us on the screen.
That works for me.
Yes, sir. On my cell phone, I see me. But I have a big screen in front of me, and it got both of us.
Okay. I love it. Thank you again. I appreciate it. Thank you for letting me join you live. I love what you're doing. I love the movement. I love, Give Us Freedom, everything that it stands for. I'm happy to be here to share a little bit of knowledge, experience, and just talk about everyday things that people go through in life and how to basically go from being in the worst position anybody could be in to, being a multiple figure earner, which is, what it's all about.
So tell us your story, man. How did you grow up? How did you get into entrepreneurship?
Awesome. So honestly, it wasn't always a silver spoon for me. I came from not so very humble beginnings, and I'm going to tell you the story that I don't tell, everyone says, what's your why when you're in business and you join companies and you do platforms and programs, and I never tell my why, and I always think like that's a crush for me. Like, I don't like to think about where I came from, but where I came from made me who I am today. I didn't let my surroundings of my childhood stop me from being the, Johnny M I am today. So, the story that I don't tell people is how I really grew up. Basically, I come from a broken home, and the broken home I'm speaking about is the ones that people only see on TV, only see on movies. The truth of the matter is that my dad chose the needle before his kids, and my mom was a party animal. So, me and my brothers, we had to house hop a lot. And I've slept on more floors and sofas than, two people could count on their hands by the time I was age 9. I still remember the smell of every single shelter that we've lived in. I still remember, standing by myself at the age of 8, in the line at the soup kitchen so I can eat and not go to sleep hungry, which I did multiple times. I still remember, just going to the park to hang out at 12 and 1 o'clock just to get the free lunch, And that's the story I don't tell, because I don't want pity from the world. I don't want people to be like, man, Johnny, you came from a rough background. I came from an extremely rough background where a lot of kids
that grew up in my neighborhood are not here today and didn't make it by the age of 18, 17, 15, 16, you know. I'm an 80s baby and I come from the crack era, you know. Believe it or not, it was really, really, really tough. But I'll tell you one thing, there's this one lady in my life, you know, rest in peace, it was my aunt. And my aunt Teresa, you know, she really showed me who God was, you know.
He told you, man, how he started over 50-something businesses in his lifetime. He told you this. He told you the secret sauce to be the big-time boss. He told you from his humble beginnings how he slept on more couches and floors in his first 8 years than most people have fingers and toes. But I got one question, in which we're going to get answered today. Jonathan Moreno, are you ready to tell everybody what you've been up to lately?
I'm ready, HD. Listen, as always, it's always a pleasure. I love it every time you invite me to, you know, the HD show, the mouth of the South of British Columbia podcast and radio station. I'm super ready. You know, the past 4 months we haven't spoken. A lot has happened. A lot has changed. A lot of pieces in that chessboard has been moved.
Man, you gotta tell us about it, man, because you were doing some big things last time we talked. Now, come on, don't hold up on us now.
This is even bigger, though. This is even bigger. As you know, my book, Blessed Beyond Money, As You Think It Will Happen, is.
Good morning, my beautiful kings and queens. It's your boy, Coach Johnny M. So, real quick, I want to read something to you. A quick little paragraph, right? And this is from one of the chapters of my book. It's called The Power of Confession. And I refer to Proverbs 18:21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, right? So, the words you speak shape your world. Before anything ever became tangible in your life, it was first spoken, either by you, someone else, or God himself. The entire world as we know it began with just a word. In Genesis, God didn't build with his hands, he spoke into existence. Let there be light. It was not just a poetic opening, it was a divine principle. The universe responds to sound, faith fills speech, and so does your life. So I need you guys to understand that your tongue is super powerful. What you speak will happen. You know, people wake up and they be like, oh my God, it's raining outside, it's cloudy outside, today's gonna be a horrible day. And guess what happens? You wind up having a horrible day because you spoke it into existence, right? So many millionaires and billionaires, you know, not only do they have the vision of what's not visible, they also speak it. I'm going to be rich. I'm going to be wealthy. I'm going to be healthy. My family's going to be all set. Where do you think the affirmations come from, right? The terms affirmation, they speak it into existence. Morning meditation. There's a reason why some people wake up super early in the morning, 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, and they meditate and then they speak it consciously and subconsciously. So I just want you guys to understand, before you get your day started, tell the world, tell God, and tell yourself how amazing your day is going to be today. All right, guys? I love you. I'm Coach Johnny M. I'll talk to you guys later. Listen, if you haven't copied the manuscript of the most mind-shifting thing ever created, go for it. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later.
Number one. Reviews across the board. Multi-millionaires have purchased my book. It's in offices and entrepreneurs' homes all over the world right now. You know, in a couple of years, it's going to be right next to Think and Grow Rich. It's going to be right next to the cheat code to the financial world. It's going to be right next to Living an Abundant Life. And all these great books and titles and authors that I look up to, I'm proud to say that my book is going to be right next to them. And so that one already did amazing. I already started on my second project. My next book is called Discernment Over Depression. I cannot drop till December. And I was like, God, why don't you want me to drop this book now? Why do you want me to drop Discernment Over Depression in December?
Come on.
And it's because during the holiday season is when the people are depressed the most. And I have to let them know and understand that depression is fake.
Come on now. Talk to me.
Right? So what is depression, HD, real quick, before we move on to the secret sauce and the good news. So depression is you enjoying outside entertainment, but starving your spiritual fulfillment. You know what I'm saying? So you might be happy with things that are going on in the world, but you're depressed because you're not feeding your spiritual fulfillment. Because we're born with a purpose. And when people do not align themselves with their purpose and walk in that path, they get what's called depressed. So this book is focused on, hey, listen, you're feeling this way because you're not drinking from that water that God, when the lady walked over to the well, everyone knows the story, right? He said, drink from my water and you'll never be thirsty.
Tell me.
So I want you to understand that when you drink from God's water, depression doesn't even exist. Anxiety doesn't exist. None of that exists. Tomorrow doesn't even exist because guess what? Tomorrow doesn't belong to us. Tomorrow belongs to God.
Come on, talk.
If he gives us a chance to walk into tomorrow, then guess what? I'm doing what you want me to do, God, because you gave me that chance to walk in tomorrow.
There we go.
That's what depression, that's what discernment over depression is going to be about. Once again, I pray that it's another #1 hit, just like Blessed Be All Money as he thinks it will happen. But besides that, HD, I got to tell you something.
Before you do that, can you please tell us where can they get this book, man? You need to tell them. And I'm gonna make sure when we do the edits, it comes up on the screen big in lights, baby.
So here's the thing, guys. I actually spoke to one of my friends who is about $300,000 away from being a billionaire. And he told me, he said, Johnny, I want you to do something. I said, what do you want? I said, what do you want? And he was like, well, I need you to sell this book privately. So it's a private website.
Gotcha.
And all my social media platforms, if you click on my bio, there's a link there that sends you to my link tree, and you'll see it. The book is gonna be right there. You click on it, you order the book. But I'm selling it privately because, if a billionaire is telling you that rich people like elegant stuff, and elegant stuff is not found where the masses can find it, then why not sell it privately where the people that I'm trying to reach can find it? Because that's where they're going to be looking, right? Rich people don't buy from Amazon. Rich people buy from private websites. So that's the reason why I decided to market this book that way.
That's a huge tip. I hope y'all are paying attention out there. He done dropped some golden nuggets on y'all now.
It's reaching the audience that I wanted to reach, right? Because leaders and earners are readers.
Say that one more time, man. Say that one more time.
Leaders and earners are readers. And that's why I decided to go with a private seller than to put it on Amazon and whatnot. But here's the thing, though, guys. I ain't gonna lie. I use Amazon for my POD. Man,
come on.
Amazon is you gotta understand, listen, leverage. The key word that we're gonna learn today is leverage, right? So Amazon is my POD facility, but my book is sold privately because people with money like to shop exclusively.
Makes sense. So now I want to know, outside of this book, man, you're the serial entrepreneur, man. We talked a little bit this summer, man. I got a chance to talk to you when you're up there. You had the nice shoes, man, the designer shoes, the high tops, and you sit up here making it happen. Man, let's talk about the entrepreneur side outside of the book. What you been up to, Johnny?
So as you guys know, right, the store, it's doing okay. I launched DRD Brothers, Direct Route Delivery Brothers, which is a logistic company.
Okay.
The reason why I did that, even though 80% of my income comes from online, every millionaire that I've sat down with and spoke to have multiple sources of income. And I'm going to tell you right now off the rip, if you think that you're going to make $1 million with one source of income, you're crazy and it's not going to happen. I'm sorry, but I'm just telling you the truth. Now, if you think you're going to make $1 million with just having one online business, you're crazy. You don't know what you're talking about, and I'm just telling you the truth, right? So all these millionaires that I've spoken to in the past several months that I've had, that God's blessed me to be able to meet, all have multiple sources of income. And I want to say that out of 10, 5 are online businesses, 5 are physical businesses.
Whoa, okay.
That's why my scale has multiple online businesses that generate an income every single day from $1 a day to, I'm not going to say the number out there because it's private, but even that $1 a day is a source of income that's coming to me that I have to do no work for.
Come on, man.
That's the main key. The main key is to get your online businesses to generate you daily income, not weekly, not monthly, not when you make a sale. Daily income is what your online businesses are supposed to be doing for you. And then, of course, your physical business, that's when you start leveraging all the tax write-offs, all the tax cut, and you start, consolidating your bills with your physical business, because you basically use the credentials to your physical business to take care of your finances, and you use your online businesses to take care of your lifestyle that you either want or that you're trying to hold in place now.
Man, that's tight, man. So let me ask you a question, man. You're talking about multiple income streams. We got books, so we got royalty income. Yo, HD, man, you ain't supposed to be answering questions. So you got royalty income, residual income,
Yes, sir.
online income,
Yes, sir.
offline income.
Better believe it.
It sounds like you about money, man. Talk to us, Johnny. Break this money thing down to us, man. Educate our listeners about these income streams, man.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. People chase money.
Okay.
Right? Let me ask you a question. Even the people that are watching me on TikTok. Listen, people chase money, right? What is money? How do you use money? And do you even know what money is? Why are you chasing something that you don't know what it is? People chase money and don't know how to use it. People are out there, I got to get this bag, I got to get this bag. But guess what? They get this bag, and that bag vanishes. It disintegrates. It disappears because they don't really understand how to use the cash flow. They don't understand how to leverage the money. And can I tell you something real quick, HD?
Break it down.
That money is available to me. Money is available to you.
Uh-oh.
Money is available to the people that are watching me live on TikTok right now. Do you know we have access to funding hundreds of thousands of dollars as regular people? Do you know that? People don't know that because they don't have the right education. People don't know that we can leverage the bank's money to make more money. People don't know that we can leverage the bank's money to buy property. People don't know that we can leverage the bank's money to build houses. People don't know that we can leverage the bank's money to put no down payment on whatever we want in life because we have the ability to do so. They just won't tell you, and guess you don't have the knowledge to know this. I can buy land with no money down. I can buy a house with no money down.
Hold up. What did you say?
Kids to college.
Hold up. What did you could buy land with no money?
Absolutely. It's called leveraging the bank's money. But people don't understand this. And how do we do this? Real quick, just to let you guys know, right? So check this out. How do you get access to the bank's money? Right? Because the bank has access to our money, and then they take our money and put it in stocks. And I'm going to give you guys a little nugget right here. The stocks that the banks put their money in is called insurance firms. So why are we not investing in insurance firms, and why are we giving our money to the banks to do it and then keep the money that should have been ours?
Come on now. Come on.
Come on now, right?
Man, we up in church. He preaching, baby. He preaching.
How do we leverage the bank's money? You have to have an 800 plus credit score. Okay, cool, Johnny. How do we get an 800 plus credit score? We negotiate your bills and consolidate your debt. Okay, Johnny. Cool. We consolidate our debt so we can get a better credit score. Now what do? Now we attack the big G. Because to be honest with you, us as the middle class, we get attacked on the top by the government, right? Because they steal a third of our taxes. They take all the money that we bust our butts for. And then on the bottom, we get attacked by the big B, which is the banks with the loans, because we do not have the education to understand that, guess what? You don't have to give us a loan because we have access to your money. Right? So we work on getting your credit score by consolidating your bills, by working on your taxes so more money can come to your household. You know, once you fix your W-2 forms, your 1099 forms, you could literally bring back into your household about $2,000 extra income.
What?
You are literally giving the government away about $2,000 a month for no reason, because you don't have to. All you have to do is leverage what you already have to bring those interest rates down. Instead of paying 35 cents and 35% in taxes, how about I'll show you how you can pay 5% in taxes and bring back into your house about $2,000, right? So we do that. We'll help you with your credit. We'll help you with your bill, your debt consolidation. We'll help you with your taxes. And then I'm going to teach you how to buy land and build your dream home.
Okay, so all this is in your book, Blessed Beyond Money, then?
So all this is a collaboration of everything I do.
Okay. So how are you going to teach people what you're talking about right now, then?
I'm going to tell you how I'm going to teach people. Because on Monday, guys, listen up. On Monday, I'm pulling back the curtains. And if you guys do follow me online, you know I've been giving little snippets on what I'm going to be revealing on Monday to a new platform and a new company I decided to collaborate with, right? And this company is going to change lives because everything that I teach, everything that I talk about, everything, all the knowledge that I give you guys, guess what? They offer. All of it, HD, everything that I want people to learn about their credit, about their taxes, about leveraging the bank's money, about how to use gold and silver in the stock market, everything that I talk about, this company came and said, hey, Johnny, guess what? You talk about this and we offer it. But here's the thing, not only do we offer it, if you show people this and you show people how to level up their life, we'll pay them. We're going to pay you to learn.
Okay. We're going to have to go to commercial break because I got to get more information directly from Johnny.
Guys, super excited. I'm downstairs in the lab. I'm turning my computer on, getting ready for this amazing. That's on my shirt. Amazing. It's 8:25 p.m. Eastern time, so it's about to start in about 15 minutes, guys. Get ready, plug in, go to the bio, go to the link tree. It's gonna say 8:25 Eastern time, p.m. Eastern time meeting. Plug in, just come and listen. That's all I'm telling you. I'm telling you, you want to come and you want to listen to this information. You're not going to regret one moment that you're there. So let's go. We are victorious. We will always be victorious. We're blessed beyond money because that man upstairs says so. We were created with the authority to have whatever we want. We just need the information to go where it's at. So plug in. I'll see you guys at 8:25. Go get to the link. Password is wealth, right? Lowercase letters, wealth. I'll see you in a couple minutes, man. I'm about to just log in right now.
You may have missed the internet. You may have missed the influx of social media millionaires. You may have missed cryptocurrency. You may have missed Forex trading. They're saying more millionaires will come out of this AI industry than a lot of those industries combined. But you know why a lot of people miss industries? They don't have no money. See, what we do is take all those industries, put them together under one umbrella, and show you how to get the money so you can stop missing out on opportunities.
I didn't grow up with a silver spoon. I grew up with struggle. But I made a decision. If I wanted to change my life, I had to change my moves. Move 1. I stopped consuming and started creating. I learned that money follows impact. Move 2. I invested in myself first. My bank account grew the moment I did. Move 3. I aligned my finances with my faith and purpose. God's plan will always fund God's purpose. Here are the 3 moves that shifted my bank account from survival mode to overflow. Wealth doesn't start in your wallet. It starts in your mindset. Are you ready to make your moves?
I am so powerful. I am the essence of strength. I am the person that will break generational curses, so help me live. I am the beacon of hope. I float just for my family ship. I have been chosen for gifts. I have been chosen for this. I am courageous. I am amazing.
It's a gospel song of the day with HD Rhodes. And today I got a banger for you. Literally coming all the way from Vancouver, British Columbia. We got Jay Fresco. And the name of the song is Painting Pictures.
Physically, mentally, I've been building up my spirit to a place ain't many gone. In the midst of frustration, battle, and hatred, got the devil on my shoulders. I fight back with the scripture, knowing he wrong. Gotta get my submission, stuck on the mission, give him glory every 24 till I see the day that he called me home. See my reflection, different complexions of a life I'm living based on decisions I made that was right or wrong.
You know, as being his dad, man, I listen to some of the things he says, and, you know, I think about as he was growing up and how I felt about different things, whether he was doing the right thing or the wrong thing. I just really just want to teach him, man, the right way to go, you know?
And I feel like the man in the moment. Honestly, one and only. I can't even see myself with no opponents.
Man, so hold up, man. Man, I'm live on Facebook. I guess we can't interrupt this. So you're telling me there's a way that me and you could go ahead and make this money together with gold, silver, land, fix our credit? What else you got, man? Man, my ears are so open, man. I look like, man, one of them big gremlins now.
Listen, HD, and here's one more thing, right? Because I actually got a couple questions for you, but this is the last thing I'm going to say to everybody, right? Do you know what's the greatest asset you can own? Do you guys know what's the greatest asset you can actually own? It's called a trust fund. The greatest asset you can put into your portfolio or into your lifestyle is a trust fund that your great grandchildren can benefit from. Do you know that if you create a trust fund today, the interest that grows on it, the loans, and this is what the banks don't want you guys to know, you can borrow from your own trust fund and pay back your own trust fund with interest. And your kids can do it. And your grandkids can do it. And when you pass away, you've built your own personal bank from your last name. You better believe I'm building a Moreno trust fund bank for the Moreno family could have money that I've put in my trust fund 10 generations from now. So when my great grandbaby say, I have, $1 million in asset, where did it come from? Oh, it came from your great grandfather, Jonathan Moreno. He created.
So you're telling me you got your hands on trust funds too?
I got my hands on trust fund knowledge that I want to teach you guys starting Monday. Yes, I'm going to teach you guys because everyone online talks about generational wealth. Oh, I want generational wealth. You can start this company to build generational wealth. You can do this to create generational wealth. And don't even understand. The people that are telling you about generational wealth don't even understand what generational wealth really is or how to put it together. So what we did was we collaborated with some experts that are experts in these industries to come over here and teach you. And not only teach you, say, hey, listen, give me your paperwork, give me your documents, give me this, and let me put it together for you because I'm certified with 1,000 degrees on creating you a trust fund that your great grandchildren can benefit from, right? I have professional people that do taxes where you have to just upload your W-2s and they're going to say, good, let me get back to you in 7 days and tell you how much more money is going to come back to your house. I got professionals that are negotiators that are going to negotiate your Netflix bill, your cell phone bill, your ADT bill. They're going to negotiate your pest control bill. Do you not know that all these major companies have a set number that you can negotiate to, but they won't tell you, like, you let the professionals do that. I know people right now that negotiated their cell phone bill, right, and are paying $30 less on their cell phone bill because professionals went in there and said, hey, listen, your company AT&T or your company, Boost Mobile or your company Apple or whatever it might be, you guys have a set number. You guys are charging my client $95 for this cell phone bill, where in reality, he should be paying $15 for the cell phone bill. So this is what we're going to do, X, Y, and Z. Then they're going to go back and send you a letter and say, hey, guess what? Your cell phone bill is $15 now. Your light bill is this much. Do you know you can go to the gas company, to the light company, and negotiate your bill? But most people do not negotiate their bills until they get a letter of notification of getting your bills cut off. Then they say, hey, guess what? Well, you can pay us this amount a month. Well, why didn't you tell me I can pay that in the beginning? Because you did not know that you can negotiate your bills. So you can pay $50 a month for your light bill.
So you're saying on Monday, when you're talking about pulling the curtains, you're about to reveal to everybody how they can do all this.
I'm going to reveal to everybody not only how they can do it.
So let me ask you this before you go forward. How are they going to be able to get this information? Because, I'm so excited, man. I feel like I was in church last night praying and crying and praying, and I'm blown away. How can all those listening right now on Facebook Live and on TikTok Live, how can they get this information, bro?
So there's going to be a selective handful of people that are going to have this information.
Okay.
You got to pay attention. HD Rod's actually going to have the link. So anybody right now that's listening to to HD. You know, he'll have access to the link, so you guys can definitely plug in. If you follow me, you'll have access to the link to plug in. And I encourage everybody to plug in. If you're a network marketer, let me say this right now. If you're a network marketer or you do online businesses, and you know we got to scale it out with both, right? I encourage you even just to invite people to this meeting that we're going to have on Monday, because I can guarantee you my last dollar, 4 out of 5 people you bring to the meeting are going to call you right after and say, how do I plug into this? I need this, right? So I need you guys to definitely jump on. Not only that, I'm having a special guest coming on with me, 2 guests. I'm actually going to have my business partner, guy Sean, on there with me, and we're going to talk about it. And then we're bringing in somebody exclusive. And what I said in the beginning, I only sold my book privately, exclusively, because that's where the rich people hang out. So the person I'm bringing is an exclusive speaker, and he is on the top 5, 3, and 1% earners of the world. He's actually coming to join me on this Monday live Zoom call exclusively to tell you that what you've been taught your whole life is wrong.
Come on. Hey, y'all wonder why I go to church on Fridays, man. Come on, man. Y'all wonder why I go to church on Fridays. Man, God done answered so many of my prayers. I'm speechless. I don't even know where to go from this point, man. Hey, John, the microphone is yours, man. I'm shocked right now. I don't even know what to say, man.
I'm loving it too. Listen, and the thing about it is that, see, my name Jonathan, believe it or not, is a biblical name. Do you know my name Jonathan means God's gift to the world? God's gift to the world has always been programmed in my DNA.
Come on.
Purpose on life is to make sure that you guys understand what your purpose on life is, you know. And we live in a world where finances is a big part of how we have to live, or how we can live.
Amen.
Right? Money is a big factor on how we can live. So how am I supposed to, you know, teach you guys how to live purposely, how to align yourself with your assignment without showing you how to get the funds you need to make that happen? Let me show you where the money's at so you can create that impact you're supposed to create on this world.
Facts.
So that's what I'm there. But before, I want to cut this off real quick. Listen, this interview is going to come to a pause. I'm going to put the mic down, because my question is, you guys already heard from me, already know what I'm going to do. What I want to do is ask you, HD. We haven't spoken in about 4 months. We haven't gone live. What's new with you, my brother? Whispers. I heard rumors and whispers that you're about to drop a website to mentor and minister all these folks. Talk to me about that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
About what you're about to, because I heard
yes, sir.
Hey, HD's about to do something super phenomenal, right? So what's your website about, HD?
Hey, you know what, man? I appreciate that, man. You kind of flipped the script on me on my own interview, but you know, I appreciate that. It's nothing but love, man. Honestly, you know what? There's God gave me a vision 23 years ago when I had my first child, and the vision He gave me, it wasn't about me. When I went off a cliff in March 11th, 1997, that was the end of my life. I sold my soul to the devil at 13. I took the 10 commandments and checked it off like it was a to-do list. And when I begged God for a second chance at life, once I knew He was real, I was now, you know, at His beck and call. And I didn't know how to move forward. I grew up in church. My dad's a pastor. My mom, you know, she works in the church with my father. You know, they take missionary trips to Africa every summer. I got my uncles are pastors. You know, I knew right from wrong, but life wasn't working for me. And I was just tired of having my heart broken, people stealing my lunch money, beating me up. You know, I was in high school, man. I graduated high school 5'10", 125 pounds, man. Soaking wet. I was a string bean. And people were like, yeah, well, you know, I heard you're a good athlete, but, you know, I couldn't stand up to a fly. And so I sold my soul at 13, man. And I thought it was going to make my life better. And yeah, I started winning fights and I was able to hold my own, but I couldn't control things because I gave myself over to dark spirits. And so I wasn't handling these fights. And I started finding myself in and out of jail on a regular basis. Fast forward in college, started slanging, doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes people didn't know. Even though I had college scholarships, I was playing college sports. And when I went off a cliff, man, I had a life review. And, you know, people can go see, I did a big interview, man. It's all over YouTube. If you look at Touching the Afterlife, you'll see the interview HD Rhodes.
On YouTube?
It's on YouTube. Touching the Afterlife is when I did a big interview. I got a couple more interviews getting ready to come up over the next month or two on some other channels. But long story short, man, is the Lord has really been drawing me closer and teaching me one-on-one what it's like to walk out His Word. And I have a book which is getting ready to be released on our website.
What's the name of your book?
It's called The Power of Proclamation. And this book was written 12 years ago. The last chapter literally, it literally allows those readers to be able to see what my life was like when my daughter was born. February 5th, 2012, in the book, you're going to see the prayer that God gave me to literally call forth my children out of my wife's womb. My daughter was born a year and four days later. My youngest son was born 6 years later and 2 months. And before then, we weren't able to have children for 10 years since we had our first child.
Oh, wow.
They were getting ready to take my wife's womb out. And God gave me the words to speak healing over her. And, you know, you guys are going to be able to read all about it in the Power Proclamation. You guys are going to be able to see how God taught me how to start living this life on earth. As my mom calls the Bible, Bible stands for basic instruction before leaving earth. You're going to be able to learn all these things in this book called The Power Proclamation. It's going to go live on my website.
Hey, give me 1 second. I got to tell my audience this.
Come on.
Basic instructions before leaving earth. The blueprint is in. I always tell people that the blueprint to life is right here.
Come on. Come on.
Basic instructions before leaving earth. Man. Ooh. Let's go, HD.
Yeah,
I love that.
my mom gave me that. It was actually something she wrote in the Bible she gave me before I went to college. And she said, no one should be without the basic instructions before leaving earth. And she had Bible written vertically down. And so, you know what? People are going to learn how the Bible transformed my life. They're going to hear a little bit about that accident. If you want to know more details about the accident, go watch my interview on Touching the Afterlife. But what's going to happen is we're launching a website, and the whole point of this website is I'm walking out what God gave me 23 years ago to be able to empower the people on this world, to be able to know what it's like to go from selling your soul to the devil, to getting a second chance at life, to getting kicked out of school 8 days before graduation, having to come back to school because you can't go to not one school in the entire county because you're quote unquote such a threat, having to get a GED just to be able to go to college to play college sports, and literally how you end up in corporate America making tens of thousands of dollars a month to being able to save up your money, buy into a franchise, and now you're making 10, 15, 20,000 a month, even though you used to make, you know, 10, 20,000 a week selling dope.
No, absolutely. No. And you touched it right there. You know what I mean? You touched it right there. A lot of people chase that money. And you know, it sucks because I've seen so many young men and women who have the ability and the gift. Like when you speak to somebody, you know they have the gift. Even if it's somebody on the corner selling dope, selling whatever it is, right? You'll speak to these young men and these young women, and you could hear it in their voice that they have what's called the gift of gab.
Facts.
Right? Not knowing that they don't have the structure, great parents like a good mom or a good dad, to say, hey, listen, you were born with a gift. You can become the first millionaire in the family. They don't have that. They don't have somebody saying, hey, get off the street, use this hustler mentality you have to go hustle where the big bucks. Let me show you how to get big ticket price things where you can make big ticket money. But instead, they would rather be out there chasing nickels and dimes and 20s or whatever it is, and you're only going to wind up in 2 boxes. I always tell these kids, right, in the streets, I'm like, listen, you're only going to wind up in 2 boxes. Then I ask them the question, have you ever been locked up? They'll say, yeah, Johnny. I'll be like, good, so you've already been in 1 box. You don't want to go to the second one.
Ooh, come on now, come on.
So I always tell these kids, and I always tell them that. I was like, you got to let me teach you. And most of them, they like the foreign exchange, they like the stock markets, because it's out there. People know what the stock market is. People know what trading are. And I always hit them with that first. I'll be like, how much money you use on to flip whatever it is you're flipping? Well, don't you know if you take that and you add it to like S&P 500, add it to one of the futures, add it to gold, silver, add it to crude oil, add it and let it sit, add it to NAS, let it sit for a week. You're out here for a whole week to make $100. But how about you take this money, you let it sit over here for a week, and I guarantee you're going to make, 30, 40, 50%. You compound that over a whole month, and guess what? You ain't got to stand out here when it's raining. You ain't got to stand out here when it's
Facts. Come on now.
You know what I mean? So, but that's the thing. There's no foundation. They never had that foundation to learn that. So yeah, man, and that's why I'm saying when you said that, I just have to put it out there. Next time you see a young kid out there doing the wrong thing, tell them that there's only 2 boxes that come out of that, and then ask them if they already been in jail, because that means they've been in one already, and they don't want to go into the second box because they won't come out of that one.
Come on. Now, hey, we only got 2 minutes before we got to go ahead and shut down this interview, man.
Okay.
So I want to go ahead and let you go ahead and close us out. Tell us, give us some closing words, man, because I'm super excited about these next projects. We're supposed to be, me, you, and Jerome Romy Rome. We got the 3 Kings podcast. We're supposed to be launching before the end of 2025. We'll probably be doing 1 podcast a month. Is that about right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 1 podcast a month on the 3 Kings podcast. I'm super excited. I love working with you, HD. I love every time you invite me. I love working with Jerome. Very powerful man. Very powerful story. Also has an amazing book out. Shout outs to him and everything that he's done. He has the Legacy Movement, the Legend Made brand.
Hey, what's up, family? It's Jerome Romy Rome, founder of Legend Made Brand. I'm excited to announce that our official website is live. This isn't just a clothing brand, it's a statement. Legend Made is about those who refuse to settle, those who choose faith over fear, purpose over comfort, and hustle over hesitation. And to kick things off, we've just dropped our first exclusive design, Legend Made Faith Over Fear. It's bold, it's powerful, and it's for anyone ready to walk by faith and stand out with confidence. Whether you're rocking the tee, hoodie, or sweatshirt, head over to my website right now. Grab yours and rep what you believe in, because legends aren't born, they're made.
Which is doing amazing. But I just want to say something before we go, because I know we don't have no time. I just want you guys to listen to me real quick and really take this into consideration. Close your ears and listen to your inner voice. Listen to that child that said, I wanted to be this when I grow up. Do never, ever stop chasing your dreams. Keep dreaming, keep moving forward, and keep trying to make it happen day by day. And if God gives you another day to wake up, it means that he wants you to work on what your little inner child voice is telling you that you're going to be.
Man, Mike has been dropped. Thank you so much, Johnny. I look forward to this next chapter with you, man. I thank you for everything in which you're bringing to Give Me Freedom with HD. Man, I'm like, now that you talked about it, I'm like, it's a perfect title for this interview, man. Thank you, Johnny. I look forward to doing many things with you in the future, man. God bless you guys. Thank you guys on Facebook. This has been another episode of Give Me Freedom with HD Rhodes. I'm out. Peace.
My spirit to a place ain't many gone. In the midst of frustration, battle, and hatred, got the devil on my shoulders. I fight back with the scripture, knowing he wrong. Gotta get my submission, stuck on the mission. Give him glory every 24 till I see the day that he called me home. See my reflection, different complexions of a life I'm living based on decisions I made that was right or wrong.
As being his dad, man, I listen some of the things he says, and I think about as he was growing up and how I felt about different things, whether he was doing the right thing or the wrong thing. I just really just want to teach him, man, the right way to go,
And I feel like the man in the moment, honestly, one and only. I can't even see myself with no opponents.